This is wake up call to anyone that will watch this video. I hope it helps you, but I'm going to share something with you that the elites of this earth, they're not going to like what I tell you about gold and diamonds. They're not going to like it, people. And that's probably why my videos don't get many views, because I noticed recently my video on weed eaters that have microchips in them to where they can use Wi-Fi cell phone towers and internet towers to cut them off randomly to make you buy battery powered lawn equipment. I noticed it came to a dead halt at 188 views. That's because that was done deliberately, see, by the elite authorities of the earth. And we do live under dictatorship. It's just different types of dictatorship depending on what land you live on this earth. It's based on who has all the authority, all the money. You know, being that we're all a part of the money matrix system. But people being suckered to buy gold certificates or to even save physical gold. You know what? You're just making a fool out of yourself, people. Because let's take a gold certificate. If the dollar falls in quarters, nickels, and dimes and pennies, and the printed dollar becomes totally useless, let's say in a digital society, or no money is allowed anymore, and you think, oh, if I buy gold certificates, that'll save my ass. No, it won't, because if the dollar fails, what makes you think that certificate's going to be worth even a wooden nickel? What makes you people think that? Because the same people that back the dollar, the currency, are the same people that would back a damn certificate. Because what about the certificate of deposit if you have a checking, savings account, or an annuity? Well, if money became useless, the certificate is going to be meaningless, same as a certificate of gold is going to be meaningless. Don't you people get it? And here's another thing to look at. I watched on one video, this was about 3 years ago, it made me sick. A man gets on there and says, sell or buy gold now to protect yourself because the dollar is going to collapse in the United States. But then here's the thing, people. Why was he trying to sell you gold certificates through a links he provided under his video in exchange for money? Why? Because he knew that the money was better than the gold certificate. Don't you people get it? If they're selling you something in exchange for money, that means they feel the money is worth more than what they're issuing you in exchange for that money. Don't you people understand this? People start using the brain, Almighty God, and Jesus Christ, God. You start using your brain, people, and think about stuff. And here's something else I'm going to tell you. Most of you are going to be saying, oh, come on, you're crazy. No, I'm not. I'm realistic. Here's something, and actually this has been shown to people, but most people, they're too ignorant to take notice of it when it happens. You know, like the testing of diamonds by laboratories they had no interest and they were not dependent on the sale of diamonds. It has been discovered for a fact diamonds are man-made, people. Diamonds are man-made. They're made by man. Sure, they're made under pressure. They're compressed. But they're made out of compressed sand just like glass is. It's a matter of compression, people. to how hard something can be made. You know, like a lot of you, here's something I know about because I went on, it was in, let's see, 1978, you know, I'm a high drill engineer, you know, I'm retired. We went on at Reed Tool Company and Hughes Tool Company in their tool department just to look around because, see, we needed to be educated about metals. I am a metal engineer. Do you know vice grips, pliers, crescent wrenches, and wrenches? How that is made? It's cobalt powder that is compressed by water. Water, people, water. See, people don't usually realize the power of water and what you can compress with water. Like I could have a block of solid steel, you know, that was like 3 foot by 3 foot block of steel with a hollowed part in it the size of an orange that was full of water. And you know, if I kept compressing that steel, that water would break that steel. Did you people know that? Have you ever noticed how the water in a cast iron engine block, even the older engine, that water could literally split a cast iron engine head and split and crack open a block. Like if they ever froze, like if you didn't have antifreeze in an engine and you lived in a freezing climate, sub-zero, you could have a crack that was 2 inches wide and a foot long in an engine block. Guess what did it? Water. Water, people. People do not realize the power of water. Also, I guess most of you have heard in Old Western, you just found fool's gold. And you know, many movies of the past have been used to indoctrinate people's minds, especially since childhood. You know, guess what? Gold is man-made. There is no such thing as gold. As to where you pan for it in a river or a running creek, or you find it in an old coal mine. There is no such thing as gold, people. Gold is also a man-made element. It's man-made. Okay? And people are fooled with it, and they actually get gold fever. But there is no natural gold on this earth at all. You know, and go figure, if there was, you can't eat it, you can't drink it, you would die. You know, in the process of hoarding it, what good is it going to do you? And let's say you ever had what is supposed to be gold, being that you people aren't going to believe me, and I'll tell you why. Because you've been indoctrinated since you were children. And even you 90-year-olds are not going to believe what I'm telling you. Okay? It's a matter of who you know and your education. That's why most of your highly educated people, and even your elites, they scoff at you people. Because they know they've made fools out of you, okay? There is no such thing as the gold you think that exists. It's man-made, people. It's man-made. Like, and so are many other things. Like the dinosaurs in museums, it's been found those are made out of synthetics, plastics. But when they were caught doing this, it was about 30 years ago, here's what they're saying, we keep the real bones locked up. Well, can you show us the real remains, the real bones? Well, no, because if air touched them, they would start decomposing or whatever. You see? Lies. There never was a dinosaur, people. That's made up crap. Okay? Also, King Tut's tomb. Take that shit. If there would have been a King Tut's tomb, and it would have had this gold and a gold-rimmed sarcophagus and all this, what makes you people think, okay, a rich man is going to supposedly find this in what, the year 1926 or 1929, But then thousands of years before this rich man comes along, all the people crossing through that Giza desert are not going to come across that and open it up and take the gold. There again, people, you're being stupid. And then here's something else. You know, when the second King Tut Museum was opened, okay, here's what was found. It was found, these things were tested, okay, by skeptics, scientific skeptics. And it was found they used a fake mummy, a fake sarcophagus, to imitate what was supposed to be the original in another country where it was found, in the Giza Desert. And then they were forced to admit, oh well, we made cloned copies of King Tut and the things in his tomb. Don't you people get it? None of that stuff ever existed. That rich man back in the 1920s, that stuff was done with money. It's not real, it's fake. There was never a tomb found. None of that stuff is real. And also, all gold, it's man-made, people. All diamonds are man-made. This is now known by intelligent people that want to learn. It's a matter of wanting to learn. And it's like other things. What you were indoctrinated to believe, there were Indians with headdresses and an Indian chief, like in West. You know, none of that ever existed because that was supposed to be eagle feathers. How was the Indian going to catch an eagle when you can bet your ass with the most expensive sporting hunting equipment you can buy, you're not going to catch a damn eagle. So how do you think they did it? Ran and jumped up in the air and grabbed it? It's not true, people. It's made up. It's media. It's media, people. It's not real, okay? But anyway, I wanted to tell you people, don't fall for buying gold certificates. Don't do that. Because, see, the gold certificate, if the dollar fails, I know you don't believe the other things I've told you, but think of it. Use your brain. Use your brain. If the dollar failed, which is also backed by Element certificate, and you buy a gold certificate, what makes you think that that's not going to go down with the dollar? Don't you get it? So buying gold or gold certificates, that's not the solution, people. That's not going to work. When money falls, money will have fallen. The only thing that will save your ass is agriculture. Crop and livestock is the only thing that's going to save your ass. If the dollar ever collapses, okay? Either that or giving yourself away to slavery. Okay? But anyway, everything's going good with me, and I hope the same for all of y'all. But I'm sick and tired of on the internet hearing about buy a gold certificate, buy a gold. You know, because that's stupid. It's still backed by certificates. If the dollar collapses, so will the certificates, people. Same as if the dollar collapses, any annuity is going to collapse. Can't you see that? And any stock will collapse, because what will it be backed by or to invest in to produce what? Air? Okay, even though air is great, we need it to breathe, and it feels good, especially with my AC on in my house right now. But anyway, have a good day, people, and later. And remember, Jesus Christ is your answer. You know, if you believe in Jesus Christ and pray, talk to Jesus Christ. You know, He will give you wisdom. That's where my wisdom comes from. I'm intelligent. I'm aware of things. And where I'm at today, my financial situation, all of it is based on my wisdom. Not insanity, but being wise, people. But anyway, have a great day. a great evening, a great night, a great morning. Bye bye for now.